Jack! Jack! Jack!
You know, if you jump, I have to jump. And that water's cold. I'm not sure I actually want to do that. And I'm Doug. Hey everybody, I'm Doug and welcome to the silliest internet-based yachting show on
The internet.
You said interweb last week.
It'll be interweb next week.
Okay, all right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's jump right in it. Before we do that, I want to say a big shout out and a thank you to the owner of this beautiful Sunseeker 62 Predator.
My favorite boat to drive.
Okay, it's called Luna and it's actually also for charter, so you can check that out. Why is it a Predator? Because late at night on the New River, it goes around and it sinks other boats.
We're just predators.
Okay, all right, let's get through the sponsors. We love our sponsors so much. They're all marine based. They'll all help you out and they make the show possible. So here, go ahead, give me some sponsors. Take a look at the blender. The blender will take everything you have on board and turn it into seamless streaming internet. No problems, no hassles. Hargrave Custom Yachts. The middle word being custom, they'll build anything you want. They'll build a gold-plated bathtub if you want, or a 200-foot mega yacht. ITS, that stands for Interior Technology Services. If you need your carpets certified, these are the people. They will also do the walls, the cushions, any soft fabrics in the boat. Remember, ITS is your #1 choice to get your carpets and interior cleaned. Check out Crewhaven at crewhaven1501.com. If you're just entering town and need a place to stay, this is the place to go. Crewhaven1501.com. MPT, Maritime Professional Training. This is the one school where you can go from your first STCW all the way up to Unlimited Master. Never forget, one school, unlimited possibilities. I gotta say, why are you wearing this?
Every single time I've come to shoot the show, I've gotten rained on. So I decided to beat it today. So here I am.
But we're inside.
We'll take it.
Okay, so please check out our sponsors. They make the show happen. They do it all, and we just love them and need them so much. All right, so we are going to go into yacht industry news.
Before we go into yacht industry news,
What?
I want to talk about Instagram.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we talk about that in yacht industry news? Because that is yacht industry news.
Yacht industry news.
Give me the newspaper. You said something about Instagram?
So the bottom line is on Instagram. Please like us, follow us. We're going to make it easier for you to look at our faces.
So everybody said we need to be on Instagram. We're like, okay, so now we're on Instagram. I just looked it up. We have a couple of shows up. You know, the format's different because, you know.
I don't.
Yeah, it is.
I don't.
But anyway, check us out on Instagram. I don't know, is this good? Our first 2 shows got like 2,000 to 3,000 views.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. I see other guys put stuff up and it's like, I don't know. You guys tell me.
The first thing is that we support the $160 day rate for day workers.
Pay the munchkins. Come on. It's not even your money.
It's not that much money either.
We're gonna talk about wages in Crew Corner.
Right.
All right, but pay the guys. They work hard. Just put it to you this way: it's summer in Florida. They're gonna be outside. Ugh. Pay it's $160 and buy them lunch. Anything else?
Oh well, yeah. For all of you guys and your wages, we're offering a scholarship.
1 stewardess, 1 deckhand, 1 engineer. The bottom line scholarship is going to fly you from wherever you are, Arkansas. All right, they're going to take you there. We're going to put you up in crew housing thanks to our sponsors. Then they're going to go to schooling thanks to our sponsors. Not only STCW, we're going to get you trained in engineering, going to do silver service courses or whatever. Ain't that cool?
That's awesome.
It's big bucks, man.
At least you know you're going to hop in for free. You're going to learn how to do it, and you'll get at least $160 a day.
You don't know. You won't even have to day work because what's happening next is we're going to put you into crew placement and we're going to get you on a yacht, all free. So
that's big.
So that's going active like in a couple of months.
I can't wait.
Okay, all right. Here's some news. Let's check in with Les. He's somewhere in the North Atlantic.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Les, what's going on?
Hey, Doug. Here we are. We're 2,200 miles east of West Palm, June 5th, pulling in Gibraltar on the 12th. Another beautiful day out here. A little slight swell, maybe 7-8 knots of wind. We're very lucky on this passage. It's just been awesome. We haven't seen much traffic. I think we've seen 3 boats in the last 4 days. Stop in Gibraltar, get some more fuel, and head on to France.
So Les is driving a 70 meter, 80 meter. He drives the big stuff.
That's a big boat.
I know. He's got something like 30 crew or whatever. I don't know.
30 crew?
Yeah, you're talking about yacht crew problems there. All right, so we'll be checking in with Les as he's crossing over to France, so he'll be checking in. All right, give me some yacht industry news.
So first thing on yacht industry news is that there is a very special 47-meter boat being built right now called Revolution. So I'm actually very interested in this. Tell me more about it.
Okay, so here's some pictures of it, some video. So it's 47 meter, 155 feet long. It's built by Younger. Younger is like the Rolls-Royce of sailboats. They're really tough stuff. They have built some power boats. They just announced that this thing will be launched in 2025. A couple of things. It's diesel electric.
So I don't know if you're familiar with Greenline, but they've been doing some electric sun-powered diesel engine thing, and I'm like, all right, guys, what are we doing?
Okay, well, diesel electric is a little different. So they have azipods on the bottom. So they have generators running electric motors to turn the propellers. Why is that? Because you can put the generators anywhere on the boat for weight distribution.
Oh, that's really cool.
Now, I don't know if they're going to have any battery backups. Some boats like this have this, but these big boats are like, oh, we can run batteries for like 3 miles. Well, we'll see.
It's nice to see the yachting industry turning into a more technologically eco-friendly.
Well, everybody's like, yachts will never be eco-friendly. They won't do this, they won't do that. And I just go, sailboats. It's been going on for hundreds of years. They don't burn any fuel. This boat has a 8-meter limo in a garage up front. It's built to large yacht code. That's LY3 for all of you people who don't know. And it's going to be set up for 12 guests and 12 crew, or 16 guests and 14 crew on private journeys.
Which is going to be awesome for charter, because at least when you're on vacation, you need at least one buddy with you.
One crew member?
That's your buddy.
Oh, okay. All right, 2025. All right, I got something that just came in. So a captain in Chicago just got sentenced to 1 year for operating bareboat charters illegally.
Hey, Miami, pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention. Coast Guard is really going after all these bareboaters everywhere. They're setting up task forces. This guy ignored the Coast Guard captain of the port order several times, running his bareboats. By the way, he was selling them as bareboats, but then he was running them as captain.
Well, yes, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure somebody I know disappeared over the weekend.
Okay, well, you can't do that. He got 1 year in jail. That's not 1 year suspended. He's going to jail. Coast Guard gave him enough warnings. All right, and back to the middle of the North Atlantic. So what's going on in the North Atlantic?
Weird things going on right now with orca whales. Let's talk about orca whales.
Okay, let's talk about orca whales, because a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot more to orcas than, just black and white.
They're not whales, guys. They are porpoises.
Okay, but what's going on with these whales/porpoises?
So somebody decided to catch an orca whale in a fishing net, and guess what orca whale has done? Taught her pod to attack yachts.
This whale actually has a name. What's the name?
Gladys.
Gladys. Okay, I want to bring you guys up to speed. Fisherman gets Gladys stuck in a net. Gladys is pissed off. All right.
She mad.
Goes back to the orca pod, teaches them all how to sink boats, and now Gladys is running a North Atlantic boat sinking operation. And more whales. This is a movie. I'm not joking around. This is for real, but this could be a movie. Whales are going around sinking boats. They just attacked the boat last week. The name is Gladys.
Dude, gang.
Oh, I don't know.
They're about it.
Actually, they started a union.
Well,
they have representation. They have a PR person. They really do.
Do they want higher salaries?
Well, actually, a couple of dolphins, the bottlenose dolphins, are acting as their PR.
Well,
okay.
Orcas are actually porpoises, and also orcas off the coast of Africa are now eating great white sharks. They are eating out their hearts and livers specifically.
That's fine with me.
So, guys, watch out for those orcas.
That's fine with me. I don't like great white sharks. Okay, where are we now? We are moving into, Tech Talk.
Tech Talk.
Give me the propellers. Dave is a Southern regional rep for AMSOIL products. What's that mean? That means synthetic oil. That means oil analysis. He'll even put the little things on your engine, so it's easy peasy to get your oil tested. Check out the safety of your engine with Dave from AMSOIL. And listen, he's great. Oil analysis is a very important thing.
Actually, absolutely.
Okay, on Tech Talk today, we are technically talking about
crew contracts.
Crew contracts. Who needs them? Who wants them? Who's supposed to give them to you? What do you do if you don't get one? A lot of people online are like, if you don't get a crew contract, bail. Don't take the job.
That is not true. I was a yacht manager, and you know what? We still believe in handshake deals, guys. We're not trying to take your money from you.
Well, okay, first of all, let's talk about who is required to give you a crew contract. Well, every flag state's different, but I'll go by MCA standards. Any commercial charter vessel, not pleasure or private, any commercial charter vessel operating over, in the Med, has to give you a crew contract. What's it got to have on it? Your name, the owner's name, where you were hired, what your position is, how much you're going to get paid, when are you supposed to leave, vacation time, and the term of the contract. I love this because sometimes I have a hard time getting rid of crew.
I've heard stories.
Okay,
I've heard stories.
So listen, if you put a 6-month deal in that contract, 6 months and 1 day, well, hey, bye. Oh, don't you want to give me another contract? No, let's just leave it like this. Okay, health and social security, the crew to be entitled to get flown back to where and where you're supposed to get flown back to. That is a standard MCA requirement. Now,
But you said Europe, right?
well, MCA, every flag state's different. A lot of the countries in the EU over there require contracts for commercial charter vessels.
What about commercial vessels in our great country of America?
Well, let me explain something. A private vessel over in Europe does not need to have a crew contract unless they have more than, I think it's 4 crew, and they operate offshore. So if you're doing near coastal stuff over in Europe on a private boat and you only have 2, 3 crew, no contract. Now, the United States. Everybody says, I didn't get a contract. You know why? Because you're not required to get a contract in the United States, and the owners are not required to give you one.
Land of the free, guys.
Why won't they give it? Because some owners just don't want to do it, all right?
And it's not always necessary. I mean, unfortunately, you guys are asking for this now, but back in the day, we're just like, sweet, can't wait to get on the boat. Let's
Well,
go.
a couple other things with U.S.-based boats, and that goes for every pleasure vessel in the U.S. flag, okay? There are no commercial charter boats under U.S. flag in the United States, according to the classification that requires a crew contract. Commercial business operation versus a commercial vessel are 2 different things.
Well, just some advice for some crew people. You might not get a job if you beat down the door for a crew contract. So
Well, listen, in the United States, a lot of times you'll be W-2'd, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're a W-2, you are an employee, and you have a lot more rights than that crew contract's going to give you. Okay, it's that simple. State of Florida is a right to work state. Do you know what that means?
you have the right to work, and you also have the right to be broke.
It means that state of Florida, anybody working in the state of Florida can be dismissed for any reason or no reason. It also means that you can leave for any reason or no reason. You know, boat's getting underway, and you cast off the line and go, by the way, I'm staying. Owners can't do anything.
I think my response encompassed that. You have the right to work, you also have the right to be broke. You choose.
So for those of you who are worried about this, it's very simple. Sometimes offering or requiring a crew contract from a boat that doesn't require to give you one puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So ask for this. Ask for a deal email, deal memo, outlining what you're going to get paid, what your duties are, reason for dismissal, drug abuse, alcohol on duty, alcohol on the boat in your thing, whatever. You can list it all out. How many days vacation you get, and any other bonuses or anything else. It's that simple. A deal memo in an email from the owner. Nobody needs to sign it. You just take that, tuck it away, and if you ever need it.
This will stand up in court, guys. So if for some
reason
reason you have an issue getting paid, those emails, communication will work.
Absolutely. By the way, I deal a lot with this stuff. I deal a lot with lawyers in our operation, and the lawyers just laugh at some of these crew contracts. Like, this doesn't even stand up in court. Anything that goes wrong in the U.S. on a boat is going to default automatically to the U.S. court system, and these lawyers don't give a hoot about maritime law and all this other stuff. You're an employee, you have these things, blah, 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 sexual harassment, all this other stuff. They're going for the jugular.
Did I tell you that I wanted to be a maritime lawyer?
No.
I want to be, if I ever get tired of selling boats, I want to be a maritime lawyer so I can sit at a desk and tell you guys what you're doing wrong.
Well, there you go. Okay, so we are moving into bottom feeders.
Yay!
Give me the shark. Okay, bottom feeders, give me 3.
I really love our bottom feeders this week. So the first one is Scott Robb from Fort Lauderdale, and he's number 1 for me because he is actually helping us with our derelict boat problem.
So Scott, thanks for watching, Scott. Really appreciate that. Scott actually sold his old little sailboat to a guy who was down on his luck. Years later, it sank, and the law enforcement came by and go, hey, your boat sank. You need to come take it out. Thousands of dollars. And he's like, no, I sold it. What we were talking about last week about the derelict vessels exactly happened to him. What he did was he saved the bill of sale, or the sale thing, emails, phone numbers, anything he documented, and then they released him of the liability to remove the boat.
So yacht owners out there that are watching, make sure that you keep track of any communication you have with the buyer. In this instance, it will help you out in the future and make them responsible for removing their derelict vessel.
All right, give me another one.
Oh, the next one also I'm very happy about. Highborn K is one of my, it is my favorite in the Exumas.
And who is it?
CJ. So CJ, thank you so much. I love Talls. Do you know Talls?
He's the biggest guy over in the Bahamas.
Biggest guy in the Bahamas.
So
he's great.
Actually, CJ sent us a video. Go ahead.
CJ from Highborn Keys, just trying to show my appreciation to Doug and Carrie at the Bottom Line Industry Yacht News. They're doing an awesome job. I'm a big fan. Especially Carrie, she's always down the Bahamas. She's like a local. You guys come on down and have a drink with me in Highborn Keys.
And that's Carrie over there with him.
I'm a little jealous.
That's okay. All right, give me one more.
Oh, we all know this one. Mr. Tony Estrada.
You know, I don't know, Tony, if I've ever given you a shout out, but he's a big supporter of the Bottom Line. Reason why I'm giving Tony a shout out is because he just started this new website, Captains on Call. Have you seen it?
Oh,
No, not the Facebook group, website.
oh, we're going big.
All right, and he puts the Bottom Line on his page.
I've known Tony for years. And
Tony, we're on page 3. I want to be up front.
yeah, come on, guy.
Okay, anyway, Tony, thank you so much for watching. You have any messages for Tony?
Love you to death, Tony. Thank you for everything
She
you've
actually
done.
said put a shirt on. Okay.
Yeah, please put your freaking shirt on.
Okay, I don't think he does that anymore. All right, listen, to all our bottom feeders and to everyone else who watches the show, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's people like you, everybody watching, that makes the show happen. Millions of views. I see the millions, and it boggles my mind. Sometimes when I look at the views, I'm like, well, how many football stadiums is that? And I'm like, it's like 12.
I'm just excited that we're able to help our industry out with information. So, hey, you guys know how to get a hold of us. I can't wait to see who our next 3 bottom feeders are.
Yep,
So,
all right.
You know how to find me.
Okay, we're moving into crew corner.
Jack! Jack! Jack!
You know, if you jump, I have to jump. And that water's cold. I'm not sure I actually want to do that.
Will you at least take me to crew corner?
Yes, actually, I can do that. Damn it. Okay, crew corner this week. What are we talking about?
Our favorite conversation all the time, crew wages.
Wages. So, this guy, Angelo, and I've talked to him, he posted something a year ago in Fort Lauderdale Yacht Crew. He literally said that day workers should get $500 a day.
I want to meet him so he can hire me.
Oh, I've had many conversations with him. He actually called, he goes, that was a bit of a rant, I probably did wrong. But it reinvigorated that group. And then everybody jumped back in and they're like, you should make this, you should make that, you should make this. So let's just stick with, let's just say, captain or crew. And everybody is actually throwing their 2 cents out there going, you need to make this much money, you need to make this much money. We're going to do a point counterpoint. Okay, here we go. Regardless of the situation, the position, all right? My point is, you are not getting paid for what you've done in the past. That doesn't set the wage. For example, if I was a captain of a 200-footer, okay, and then I decide that I don't want to travel anymore, I want to stay home, I want the easier life, and I go and interview on this boat. This boat is 62 feet. It would be ridiculous for me to expect the owner of this boat to pay me what I was making on the 200-footer, which was a lot.
Obviously, you're not going to pay the same amount on a 200-footer. However, it is a viable option if you have the industry knowledge, and they can expect that from you. It's okay to pay a little bit over average if you want a higher end service.
What they're saying, you don't pay for the job, you pay for the experience. So by what I just stated, I should get 200 grand a year because I have the experience.
Every boat is different. Sometimes there's one captain that has to do a lot of stuff, and the owners expect the highest service. So if you want to get the highest service, no matter what size your boat is, you're going to have to negotiate that contract with an experience level.
I think that's bullshit. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. No offense, love you. But every yacht owner expects perfect service from any yacht crew member. We are in a service-based industry. That is the industry. You should get top-notch service on this boat from one captain, or that you should get the same amount of service that you're getting on the 200-footer. I'm sorry.
Fortunately, some people can spend the same amount of time to get the same license. Well, guess what? You have a guy with a 100-ton for 6 months and a guy with a 100-ton for 2 years. Who's going to give you the better service?
I have no idea because everybody's different. Everybody has a different expectation of being a yacht crew, and that is the biggest thing right now. We are in a service industry. We are the seagoing butlers of the world.
Butlers, really?
Yeah, a captain is a butler. I'm sorry. The girls are cleaning the boat nonstop. I mean, this is okay. Let's not go there. I'm gonna quote you something from Amy. We all know Amy. She owns Crew Unlimited. Now, I've known Amy for 30 years. Her job is to put crew on boats.
Right.
Here's what she said. Employers hire for a job to be done. And that job is worth X amount of money to the owner. That's it. Okay? She further says, they pay for the job, not for the person. Example, a cash register clerk job at a grocery store isn't going to get paid the same as an open heart surgeon. Now, but what she's saying is, even if the grocery store clerk hired also happens to be a surgeon. Maybe the guy got down on his luck. Maybe he hates being a surgeon. Let's face it, he's pulling stuff and he's like, oh, that's gross. Maybe his whole life goal was, I want to be a clerk, a store clerk. Should he get paid more?
Here's my counterpoint. I know that the accountant for, I will not name the strip club, actually is a doctor. And they paid him, why? Because he's that intelligent. So they're paying him more than a normal accountant because he's also a doctor.
Yes, but is he paying him for being a doctor? Probably not.
Money doctor. But at the end of the day, I do believe in industry standard, absolutely. I'm not saying it's okay for a young crew to come in and expect the higher amount, but I also don't want to block owners from understanding that when you have a seasoned person on your boat, feel free to go a little above industry standard, please.
Okay, and I'll leave you guys with this. This is a hot topic. We're just doing a point counterpoint.
We want to hear what you have to say.
Listen, I pay my crew very well. I've had 22-year-old deckhands on my boat. At the end of the year, they're pushing close to 90 grand.
That's amazing.
Well, my boat. You know, we have a great program. Okay, but I'll leave you with this. All right, there is no industry standard. This is my point. There's no such thing as industry standard. Every boat is different. Every operation is different. Every owner is different. I'm sorry. Okay, you could get a guideline based on the responsibilities that you can assume based on the size of the vessel. All right, but the fact of the matter is, this is not like we work at 7-Eleven and this 7-Eleven pays this much. Oh, that's a bigger 7-Eleven. We're going to get. Every operation is different. Counterpoint, am I wrong?
I don't have a counterpoint for that because yes, every operation is different. Every standard, everything is different. But everyone, especially green captains, you guys, listen, chill out.
Okay, and and I'll leave you with this. And the older captains who want to downsize and kind of have life a little better, all right? You made that choice to run the 50-footer. You made that choice to be based in Fort Lauderdale. You made that choice to leave the 200-footer because it was in Tahiti last month and then you don't know where you're going. You're going to have to take a hit.
Do you remember about transitioning?
Yes, what?
Yeah, so older captains, if you guys want to transition into being on the cover of Captain Morgan Bottle,
That's it.
You're going to have to bring your expectations down a little bit.
Okay, I'm Doug.
I'm Chelsea.
And that's the bottom line. See you guys next week. By the way, I'm going to be in Vegas. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up. So, all right, that's it. Peace out.